right. Welcome to another episode of the Internet Money Podcast, where we dive into real stuff that I'm doing to help grow my business and learning from other people in the industry so we can grow your business too. So today I'm going to talk about something that often gets overlooked, but it can have a huge impact on your success, and it's who you choose to live with. So let me tell you a little story about two people that I know that really drove this point home for me. First, let's talk about my friend Tristan. You might be going back to Tristan's previous episode where he works for Michael Sartain. So Tristan decided to live with Michael Sartain. Michael's a guy that's not only jacked, he's surrounded by beautiful women, and he also runs $1 million a month business. I believe they're up to $1 million a month. I could check on that. But through living with Michael, Tristan's life dramatically improved. Not only did his dating life improve, his business acumen improved. He became one of Michael's top sellers. And although he doesn't do selling for them now, he has really skyrocketed through the company. So Michael even pushed him not only to get better at sales, not only to get better with girls, not only to get better at his social life, but push him to go into the media sphere. So now Tristan is the co-host of Michael's very successful Michael Sartain podcast. I think they might have renamed it to the MOA podcast, but just know it's Men of Action, Michael Sartain's podcast, whatever. He's the co-host now. He even pushed Tristan to start his own show with many of the guests coming from Michael's direct connections. Not to say that Tristan isn't very connected, but many of the guests are really good friends with Michael. And then because Tristan spends so much time with Michael, they become friends with Tristan. So before moving in with Michael, Tristan was much like the rest of us. You know, he's not exactly like the rest of us because he went to Harvard and he's a very intelligent man, but he wasn't necessarily breaking to the social levels that he wanted. So he knew he really wanted to get more out of life. At least this is my view on it. And he wasn't sure how to get there. So living with Michael really opened up a ton of doors that I'm sure he didn't even know existed, or he'll only really seen online. Not many people can bring 40 girls to a party like Michael Sartain can. And it gave him access to someone who daily is living the life that he wanted. And from my perspective, and I'm sure he'll tell you the exact same thing, it changed everything for him. And I recently had a very similar experience. Today, you might see the background is a bit new. I moved into a beautiful mansion with my friends, Brandon and Evan. Now, Brandon I've lived with for a very long time, so not as much change there. Brandon's changed my life in many respects, but we'll talk about Evan today. So Evan runs a white label video agency, and they pull in north of $60K in monthly recurring revenue. So just being around him, sitting down, asking questions about cold email strategies, CRMs, lead generations, and all these other topics today, because I've only lived with him for about 12 hours. It's really accelerated my own business journey, and I picked up invaluable insights that are already moving my business forward today. So I hope this can serve as the realization for you all that who you live matters a lot. And if you live with people who drink beer every single day and are always messing around, you're likely going to become like them, a drunk bozo like I was in college. But if you surround yourself with people like Michael Sartain, like my friend Evan, who are running thriving businesses and have really good personal social lives, then their success starts to rub off on you. And you're running around people who have successful agencies. You start to pick up their habits, their mindsets, and eventually their results. Ohala. Everyone heard the saying, or everyone has heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But most people, even though they know this inherently, they don't seriously audit their life, and they don't take it seriously when they are deciding who to live with. So if you really want to elevate your life, you need to be highly selective about the people you surround yourself with. And if you're struggling to find those high caliber people, then go back, listen to Tristan's episode. Also go check out Will Coomer's episode about networking. And we're going to be doing a lot more on this topic because I find it so valuable. So finally, be very intentional about your environment because it can transform not only your life, but your business as well. So choose wisely, your friends. And thanks for tuning into another episode of the Internet Money Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, leave us 5 stars, and I'll see you at the next episode. Ciao, mis amigos.